little PSA for all the fellas out there. You guys really are about to turn every female a lesbian. I mean, I'm at the point in my life where I'm really thinking about giving women a try. I mean, these men out here are just shit. They are just full of shit, pieces of shit, any kind of shit you can imagine. They are shit. And I'm done with them. So, any ladies that might be interested, hit me up, because I'm on the verge. These men have just pushed me over the edge. And I might be here for it, baby. I might be here for it. To be determined, but...
They blamed men for choosing to stay single, calling it avoidance, fear, insecurity, and emotional immaturity, as if opting out of chaos must automatically mean something is wrong with the man making the choice. Anything except strategy, self-preservation, and rational decision-making.
Good men do finish last. And I'm going to tell you why. When a woman finally meets a good man after being neglected, taken for granted, torn down, you name it, all these bad men, she finally meets a good man. She doesn't understand what she's done to deserve this kind of love. She doesn't know how to receive that love. And when a woman is in that state of mind, she is constantly looking for red flags. And when she finds one, even a small red flag, she will cling to it and mentally check out of the relationship, and the man doesn't even know it. And this is where a good man does what good men do, and they will continue to fight and give grace and time, thinking that she will come around, because he has no idea that she has already mentally checked out of that relationship. And trust me when I say that no good man would willingly choose to stay and fight for a relationship where he is not wanted. Therefore, good men do finish last, because they are constantly punished for all of the bad men in a woman's past.
Because it's always easier to shame a decision than to admit the environment made that decision logical.
I figured it out. I know where all of the men who are seeking emotional connection and mental connection and spiritual connection are. Are you ready to hear where they are? They're at home. They're at the gym. They're at work. They're busy healing themselves, and they don't have any more time to be seeking out different people at bars or clubs or out in the streets, because that's not where they are. All right? If you are looking for one, find them at your local grocery store. Find them at your local gym. All right? This is where they are, because they are focused. They are tired of having women take advantage of them. They are tired of getting manipulated. And apparently, they have all just dealt with a lot of narcissist people, and they're just sick of it. So they're not even willing to put themselves out there anymore, because they're so hurt and they cannot get past certain traumas that they've dealt with. Now, I understand this, all right? And I think that's fair, but I think it's actually a really big problem that everyone's hiding, okay? Because if someone is wanting to connect, and if you want this stability or of emotional connection or mental connection, it's important to put yourself out there. And if you're constantly living in your past experiences, you're taking away so much from your present moment. So I truly understand we are all hurting. We are all still healing. I understand that it's scary to put yourself back out there, but if you're not doing so, you're just gonna stay where you are, and nothing that is meant for you is going to get to you, because you are putting up this wall, staying your ass at home or hiding wherever you guys are, and you're not willing to receive what's meant for you. And I understand women do put these kind of men also in a friends list, in a friends category. And why do you think that is? because those kind of women also are just not ready for that kind of relationship. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just a sign that that person who you wanted, and I'm speaking to the men right here, the person who you were interested in placed you in that friend category was simply just not for you. You will find your person, but the moment you do get placed into that friend category, keep it pushing, keep on trying. Don't necessarily give up just because that one woman who you wanted did not give in to what you had to offer, because you are enough. You just were not enough for her. And maybe her level is actually down here, and your level, speaking to the men again, is up here. So maybe she just couldn't come up here with you. And that's the thing. Sometimes a man can perceive that as like he's down here and she's up here, when in all truth, it could be vice versa. All right, so if it's just not working out, it's just because you guys are just not on the same wavelength. But you are taking away a lot from your present moment, because you're not allowing yourself to experience new moments because you're so focused on your past traumas, and it's so unfair. Like, I need y'all to be present, okay? Just be present and allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to meet, put yourself out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be out at the club or at the bars, because that's just not a vibe. But if you see someone, or if you feel like there's a possible connection with someone, like, make effort, okay? Because these women also do exist, and they're not gonna be out here knocking on doors, although it's tempting. Although it's tempting, because some actually do want a connection, but ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so put in some effort, let go of what no longer serves you, be in the present moment. All right, let it go, and allow yourself to receive what's meant for you. So on that note, I hope that you were able to take something from this, and if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments. Peace.
Men didn't stay single because they couldn't get women. They stayed single because they evaluated the trade-offs and made a calculation that favored peace over performance, stability over stress, and control over chaos. They compared risk versus reward, pressure versus freedom, noise versus calm, and realized the equation no longer made sense.
Where are all the good men? Yep, that's the question of the day. Everybody apparently is still wondering, where are all the good men? And here's the thing. If you look back, I posted about this before, but I just want to let you know as an update, the good men are everywhere. They are everywhere, sis. The problem is you either have disqualified them for your own unrealistic, ridiculous requirements, or they have been so scared from accusations, being told that they are harassing, or, thinking that you want them to approach you, but then carrying on like, how dare they find the audacity to approach you. I mean, at this point, they're everywhere and they're never going to speak to you. You have to speak to them first now. So this is what you get. This is what you get when you scare men into believing that they can never be right. They can never win. They don't understand women at all. They can't even pick up cues anymore. This is what you get. You get confusion, and you get an entire generation of men who would rather be by themselves than to risk talking to you.
Every woman wants a good man until they realize what a good man truly is. Disciplined, honest. He has his priorities set straight and he sets boundaries. Then suddenly, when they realize that, they label him toxic. A real man who will put his woman on a pedestal. He will give her his kingdom, but she's gonna earn it. So for all you fake ass women out there posting Instagram vacation in your little tops, showing your ass, find yourself a good man. And when you realize it, he's gonna make you a better woman.
Men didn't disappear, they disengaged. They didn't rage, protest, or campaign. They didn't announce their exit or demand validation for it. They simply adjusted their lives quietly and removed themselves from systems that punished stability, mocked masculinity, and treated effort like obligation instead of value.
I have a serious question. Where are the men? I seriously need to know where they're at. that when you say, hey babe, this on my car isn't working, and they say, all right mama, let me go check it, or I'll check it tomorrow morning, and they do it. Or, hey babe, this isn't working, hey babe, I have a question about this, and they just genuinely take care of you. That's what I need. Or like if you need something financial, supportive, emotional, they're just there. Where are they at? Because I swear this generation is so different. It's so weird. It's so like, I feel like too many men want to be the princess of the relationship. They want to be spoiled. They want to be the spoiled one. They want to be the one that's taken care of. And like, don't get me wrong, I understand traditional values. I really do, and I value that a lot. But like, to me, if I'm cooking, I feel like you should help wash the dishes, or at least offer. Or, you know, I don't mind cleaning up the house. But, or picking up your drawers. I don't mind doing that. But you got to do a little bit more than just sit in the house and complain, you know? I feel like in my last relationship, like, I don't mind cooking. I don't mind cleaning. I don't mind washing your clothes, folding it, and putting it away for you. I genuinely work in the mindset of, if I'm with somebody or while I'm dating somebody, I want to try to make their life as easy as possible, right? Like, personally, I work from home. So because I work from home, I have a perk. So like, if I was at my ex-boyfriend's house, I would sit there, and since I'm working from home, I would wash his clothes. I would make sure all the clothes were washed. I would make sure the dishes were washed. I would prepare like dinner. And I genuinely don't mind doing that stuff. And granted, he was a great financial provider. Like if I needed something per se, within reason, he would try to get it to me, or, you know, give it to me, whatever it may be. But outside of that, like, he never washed the dishes. Like, he maybe washed the dishes once, maybe 3 times total in the 2 years that we're together. He maybe like once or twice was like, what do you want to do? Let's go do what you want to do. There was a lot of give and take, but not enough, I guess, that I was taking. Cause like, I don't know, I just come from the mindset that like, hey, I'm trying to make your life easier. And yeah, it is, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not your mother. I don't want to be your mom. That's not my role in any relationship. Like, I don't want, that's too much responsibility. I don't want to be your mother. Because essentially that's what I become. And I don't want to nag. I'm not a nagger. I'm not a complainer. Like, he would come over my house on the days he had off, and those happened to be my busier days. And you would think he would say, hey babe, do you want me to make you lunch? Since you're here, since, you know, I'm here, do you want lunch? Do you want me to go get lunch for you? Knowing that 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna make dinner. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But then I had like the audacity to like complain about certain things. Like, there was one weekend that I was super swamped with like work, and then I didn't have like one day off. I only had one day off that week, and I spent it with my best friend's daughter, taking care of her because she was sick, and they had some things to do with the older child. And, you know, I didn't have time to, mind you, she's like 8, so she's young. And she's very, like, she likes to be around me. She likes to, you know, she's a kid, so she likes the attention. So I genuinely don't mind. So I dedicated that day to her, which is absolutely okay. And I didn't clean up the way I normally do, or like, you know, fix stuff the way I normally do. And he came in, this was a week that he was supposed to stay with me. And he was like, oh my God, this place is a mess. And mind you, it wasn't like dirty. Like, I don't leave food out anywhere. Maybe there was clothes or, you know, stuff like that, but nothing crazy. And I tend to, when I come into the house, my drop point for a lot of things is my kitchen island. So I would just, you know, come in. I was coming in and dropping. And like when I'm working, I sometimes on Mondays, especially, we don't get a longer break because we're so busy. So I have to, so when I'm there, like, it's not like, so I literally talk to patients all day. So I literally have to go back and forth fairly quickly. But like if I'm snacking on something, or if I'm getting water, or if I'm doing this, so sometimes I have to run, grab and go, run, grab and go, run, grab and go. And he sat there, came into the house, didn't say anything to me, just gave me a package that I had outside, sat down, laid down on the couch, and was like, just stood there on his phone playing a game, right? Watching TV. I'm in my office. I tell him, like, he knows Mondays are stressful. They're my most stressful day. He's aware. So it's like lunchtime. I'm like, hey, are you hungry? He's like, no. I come out of the room for like a second, and I go to cuddle with him because I was like, I wanted to cuddle. And I come, and literally I look at him, and the first thing out his mouth is, this place is a mess. Not hi, baby. Not I miss you. Not how's your day going. Not hi, my love. Nothing. The first thing out of his mouth, knowing everything I went through the weekend, is this place is a mess. So, mind you, for weeks I've been telling him, hey, my windshield wipers don't work. Can you go check on them? Can you go take them to go get checked? Hey, my tire is this. Can you go get that checked? Hey, can you plan a day where we can look at this? Hey, can we plan a day? Or one of the things I love to do is go out and drive around different cities, different suburbs in Illinois, and look at houses. Like, I love looking at bigger houses. Like, it inspires me. And that the next time he came around, I asked him, I said, oh, can we go do this? And he's like, sure. And so I'm excited. I'm getting ready. You know, I'm like, all right, as soon as my job is done, we're going to see this. It's going to be fun. And it's something I really wanted to do with him because I've been talking about it for a long time. It's something I enjoy. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll drive. Like, we have no worries. He would, like, literally maybe not even 30 minutes after, he's like, I'm actually going to go home. He's like, because I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, well, yeah, but we planned on going to do this. And he was like, well, I know, but I want to go home. I'm just going to go home because I'm not doing anything over here. I said, okay, are you going to come back to go? And he was like, no. So I'm like, okay. So where are the men that we don't have to, like, repeat things for? Like, windshield wipers? Come on now. It's a safety thing. Windshield wipers, guys? I don't like going into auto shops because I don't like the attention. So where are they at? Where are they at? Because obviously they're not here. Either that or I'm looking in the wrong places. Where do I go? Please tell me, where do I go? Because I'm so not like a social dater. I'm so not a social dater. So let me know. Let me know in the comments where they're at. Because your girl is looking. Your girl is looking.
Simplified their routines. They reduced emotional labor. They reduced conflict. They reduced unnecessary expectations they never agreed to carry. They reduced chaos disguised as connection. and in its place they built something different.
Men are fucking done. And at the same time, women at home are saying, where are all the good men? All the good men were ruined by plenty of women. They had money taken from them. They had their finances fucking crumble because of some women. They had their children taken away from them. They lost jobs. They tried to give and give and give all the fucking time. And all these women did was belittle them, disrespect them, mental abuse, physical abuse. There is so much abuse involved now that the good men are fucking done. They're not gonna sit there and listen to the BS no more. They're not gonna sit there and keep being disrespected. A man wants one thing in a relationship more than he ever wants love, and that's respect. And if you can't provide him with that, move the fuck over.
Can someone explain to me why it's so hard to find a good man that is all about you and only you, doesn't care to entertain other women, and just wants to make you happy? Like, why is that so hard to find? I feel like nowadays men my age, or at least all the good men my age, are either married or in a relationship. So yeah, I feel like I'm doomed for life.
They built routine. They built order. They built focus. They built control. They built a calm life that didn't require constant emotional negotiation just to exist.
If you're between the ages of like 35 to like, I don't know, 40s, in your 40s, and you're single, stop scrolling. Is it just me, or is every man in their, I don't know, 40s that you're trying to date traumatized? I'm not out here trying to fix nobody. I already fixed myself. I feel like every guy that I've met or that I'm trying to date or that it's trying to, I don't know, get to know, has somehow been traumatized. Traumatized from their divorce, traumatized from their mommy issues, traumatized from I don't know what. But like, where are the good guys? Where are the guys that are like healed and normal and not bald? I don't know. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being bald, but like, if you can pull it off and you shave your head, then that's one thing. But if you're trying to like hold on to dear life, like, no, please stop. I'm starting to think that I'm like so healed that I'm not willing to deal with any bullshit anymore. Like, I don't know. All the guys are like, I don't know. Am I the only one out here suffering? Am I the only one out here with this problem? Can somebody let me know? Also, if you want me to continue on with this and, I don't know, let's start a series, let me know.
The good guy you've always wanted was probably always there. You just didn't want him yet. So many women, where are all the good men? Like they didn't know one or have one. The guy who listened, the guy that remembered things, the one that didn't play games. But he's just too nice, so you put him in the friend zone. If he still likes you, go get him. While you still can.
Now the narrative says men are lonely, but lonely men don't look calm. Lonely men don't look stable. Lonely men don't look grounded. Lonely men don't look focused. Lonely men don't quietly build better lives. That's the part nobody expected.
Good men do finish last. And I'm going to tell you why. When a woman finally meets a good man after being neglected, taken for granted, torn down, you name it, all these bad men, she finally meets a good man. She doesn't understand what she's done to deserve this kind of love. She doesn't know how to receive.
They thought men would collapse without women. Men recalibrated their lives without chaos. They thought men would suffer alone. Men stabilized alone. They thought men would regret it. Men relaxed into it.
You're not saving them. They want a good man when it's too late. Guys, there's nothing wrong with being a good man. And don't get it confused with being a nice guy. See, the nice guy is just an ignorant fool, typically. The good man is a dangerous man. A good man is a man that's accomplished and he knows where he's at in life, where he wants to go, and his goals are just paramount to him. His mission is key. That's a beautiful thing. A man in that zone is indestructible. Indestructible up until that walking piece of guts comes up and plays you that little life story on a harp and tells you to save them, and you might fall for it. Bro, don't do that.
They blamed men for choosing to stay single. But men weren't running from women. They were walking toward peace, stability, and a life that finally made sense to them.
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.